Hi, well, it's finally March 20, and guess what arrived in my mailbox today? Both my Birchbox and my Ipsy bag. And I was so glad to get them, but they've never arrived on the same day. And for me, it's like I've been getting emails saying they're both on their way, and it's been more than a week, and they finally came. So I wanted to do a side-by-side Ipsy Birchbox and show you what I got this month. And maybe you'll decide you like one better than the other, but I wanted to tell you what my thoughts were. So I opened them just a little bit earlier today. I've had about an hour to kind of look them over and see what there was. And since I started with Birchbox last month, I thought I would start with Ipsy. So the first thing I saw, of course, is this adorable, cute little nautical print bag with the stripes and the anchors and the rope. And I thought, how cute is that? A little small for a lot of my needs, but my kids love playing with these. Now, if I was just quickly taking this maybe as like some backup stuff to work, I could totally use this. Drop, some concealer and some eye makeup, maybe like a black eyeliner pencil and some mascara in there, and some lipstick and maybe some powder, and I'd be good to go. But I already have a bag that I like. This is just a smidge larger than this, and I just kind of cram it full. But these sorts of bags I think are good for that. Have one in your gym bag, maybe have one in your purse, and that's how I would use these if you don't already have a use for some of the bags you get on a monthly basis. They're kind of small for like big time travel if you're traveling for like a week or more, unless you have a really small makeup collection. But if you're involved with like subscription services, you're just getting a plethora of stuff on a regular basis. So maybe something this small might be fun to use in other ways. And this one I thought was super cute. All right, so the first thing after that I saw was this card that talked about, it's called The Great Escape. And on the back side, all of the companies that they're working for this month, or working with for this month. As I opened the bag, the first thing I saw was this. It's from LA Fresh. And it's their travel light makeup removers. And there's 8 in this bag. And I already opened it, and you see what they smell like. And I thought, I already have a really great routine that I like to use to remove my makeup at the end of the day. Some people really swear by, these sorts of wet wipes, take face stuff off. But I thought there are some nights that I'm not so good at taking stuff off. So I'm going to leave these in my bedside, like my nightstand, in their drawer there, so that if I ever get to the point where I'm so exhausted, I flop into bed and I'm like, oh, I forgot to take my makeup off. And I do that a lot more than I should. I'm getting much better at taking my makeup off at the end of the day. But like maybe once or twice a month that happens, and I'm like, oh, I should get out of bed, but it's already 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm asleep. So at that point, to grab one of these and just take the makeup off. I may not get like every single piece of tight lined black waterproof eyeliner off, but hey, the majority of it, that would be so good for me. So I'll keep these in my bedstand. The next thing that I saw that was so cool was this little magnetic palette from Glam RX. So it has a mirror up here, and this bottom part basically is a giant magnet. So if you're not into depotting some of your, you could use cheek products, you could use eye products, excuse me. But they usually come in little metal pans, and you can take them out of like a larger container, or use the ones that maybe part of it, like half the palette is gone, but you have these 2 colors you haven't finished using yet. You can put them in here and get rid of the rest of it, so you can kind of condense it all. Or you have a whole bunch of little small containers like those MAC ones. If you get a big palette and you have all of these small little MAC containers, which I have a ton of, I must have like 7 or 8 of them. It's not a ton, but it's a lot for me. To depot them all and to put them in something like this, because the MAC palettes are a lot more expensive, and they have like little circles, indentations where you put each one, and you have a lot of wasted space in the middle. But as many as you can kind of cram in here, this is kind of a really small one, kind of to get you hooked on the idea. But I love it. So I think the idea of either ordering one from Glam RX, because there's a 20% off if you get it through this month through Ipsy, or maybe Z palette, because I've heard a lot about Z palette and how cool their palettes are. Same idea, mirror up top and that bottom part where you can just, pop stuff right in. The other thing they sent, of course, to probably go in this little Glam RX palette are these little shades here, eyeshadow shades, and these are from Yabby, and I don't know if I'm saying that right. I kind of hope I am. And this shade here, I'm just going to take them out and put them in the palette. This one here is called Seashell. And this shade right here is kind of, I think you could use it really easily as a highlight color because it's kind of almost like a white. I don't know if you can see it really well. Almost a white with a hint of like a shell pink. It's very, very easy, very neutral with just a tiny hint of shimmer to it. Very, very, very pretty. And this other one here is called Azalea Petal, and it's more like of a almost a slight rusty color to it. Let me see if this one here tends to be a little drier than the other one, which was kind of not to my liking, and not quite as shimmery, which was nice. And I wonder if I had a brush, this would be so much easier to pick up the product, because I think my hands have a little lotion on them and it's not liking the top. So right here is the seashell, and here is the Azalea Petal. And by the way, I would be using like my HD camera today, but I can't find where I left the little tiny card, the memory card for it. Oops. It's probably somewhere. I don't know if my kids found it because I had it plugged into the computer when I was downloading data and putting it on YouTube, and now gone completely. I have no idea. So, did I mention this? This is the last thing that I got. I don't know if I already talked about this. This is from Juice Beauty. It's their hydrating mist. And I love that it's a full 1 ounce. Can you believe it? I love that that's the one thing I can always count on Ipsy to do, is to give you full size products. Like they'll give you one full size or a super generous portion. And I love this. And basically this is, they say you're supposed to put it on cleansed skin and to continue putting it on cleansed skin all day. And I thought, you know what? I cleanse my skin in the morning, and then I put moisturizer on, or serum, and then moisturizer, and then I put cosmetics on. So if this is not supposed to be sprayed, I might have to do more research over cosmetics, because it's supposed to be, you know, it says lightly mist on freshly cleansed skin throughout the day for exhilarating refreshment. I would love that. That sounds fantastic. But if I'm not supposed to put it on, let's see. Oh, it smells divine. Oh, so good. Yeah, I would love to wear this smell. The smell would, of course, make me feel like amazing. But it's not supposed to go for cosmetics. I don't know. More research on this, but it's 1 full ounce. Amazing. So this is what we got in our Ipsy bag. This with that super cute, adorable little anchor bag. So I think it's pretty good. I like this. I like this. You know, not bad, but it's not like the one thing I'm like crazy about. All right, so from Birchbox this month. First thing that I saw when I opened it up was this. And I love the size. It's a 2 ounce shampoo. And this is from Nick Chavez Beverly Hills. And basically, it's a super hydrating, color safe shampoo. And it smells oh so good. Oh yeah. This is going to be like a dream in the shower. And it's supposed to have apple and lemon extracts to help boost volume. And, you know, since I have naturally curly hair, this is me like trying to keep the volume down. I was like, oh, please, no more volume. No, thank you. I'm good with the volume. One of their beauty extras for the month, they always give you like the smaller samples of beauty extras. They also included his Color Saver conditioner in there. It's kind of like a smaller sample. This is a 1/3 of an ounce, 0.33 fluid ounces. So 2 ounce shampoo and a try you and get hooked size of the conditioner. All right, the other thing that I saw and was like, awesome. And this is Madewell for Birchbox. They're partnering with them for this month. It's a little nail file. On the back side, it has this super cute little floral print. I was like, awesome. And since I do my nails all the time, this is the 3rd color I've worn this week. I started out with a China Glaze color from their Avant Gardens collection, and then I moved on to an OPI color from their Euro Central collection. And this is a color that I got from the promo from Zoya for February, I think Valentine's Day. And this is Carmen. And 3rd color, and it's only Wednesday. So I love that they sent something for nails. Hello. All right, the other thing that I saw, this cute, adorable little box. And I love these boxes. I actually use them. Sometimes I'll put treats in there for my kids. Sometimes I'll put stuff in here that I drop in my purse so it doesn't get too squished. I think they're fantastic. And on the inside, they had these Caldrea body lotions. I thought they were so cool, and they have like really interesting and unique scents. This one here is a coconut fig leaf, and these are all 1/4 ounce, so 0.25 ounces. This one here is aloe water apricot, and this one here is tea olive lime. And I thought, I love how interesting they sound, you know, almost kind of like really, you know, gourmet and foodie. And I was like, hello, I like that a lot. So I'm excited to try these. Part of me wishes that instead of giving me 3/4 ounce samples, that they had decided to choose one scent for me to put it in a tube, like a small one of these, a little teeny tiny one where I had a little, you know how they usually give small samples in little tubes, that I could, you know, 3/4 ounce, give me the same amount, but in a small little tube where I could unscrew the cap and I could put it in my purse and I could take it with me. Because once I open this, I can't take it with me. It has to stay someplace where it's not going to get smooshed and come squeezing out everywhere. So that was one of my not so favorite things. The last thing that I found in the bottom of my box was this bag, and it's by makecolor.com. And what's great about Make Color is that they give 1/3 of all of their profits to a charity that helps support women here in the United States. I thought that's really awesome. So the first thing that I found was this. It's 0.18 ounces, and it's a primer, and it has SPF 30 in it. That's right. I was like, is it 30 or 20? And so there's this. I thought that was really cool. I don't know, because some primers have color. This one seems to be, oh, it's white. Comes out completely white. So there's that. And it doesn't really smell like much unless I'm missing it. It doesn't have like a really, you know, sweet or, you know, labby smell. Like sometimes they'll smell very chemically and lab-like. And then they had this super adorable little teeny tiny sample of one of their matte shades. This one's called Cement. And if I were going to swatch it for you, which I really want to do, oh, this has so much better pigmentation, and the feel is nice and creamy. And when I say creamy, I mean it feels like it wouldn't be one of those where it's so dry you get like a lot of fallout from it. It feels like if you run your brush over it and you put it on your eye after you have primer on, like it's going to stay. Because some of them, they're so dry, they flake out everywhere. So here is Cement. Here are the other ones. This one was really hard for me to swatch for you. These two were kind of on the drier side. This feels like a really beautiful high-end eyeshadow. So, and this is a matte gray called Cement. And by the way, this is 0.03, teeny tiny, but I might just depot it and put it in here with these guys. I think I have a lot of really tiny guys that I'm going to put in here. Maybe even some of the ones from Coastal Scents from last month's Glam Bag or Ipsy, whatever. Yeah, because this is so cute, but if I put it in my makeup collection, it'll fall to the bottom and be like, wait, and I'll forget about it and I'll never use it. More likely that I'll see this because it's hot pink. So if I were to think who wins for this month, who wins? Ipsy, Birchbox, Ipsy, or Birchbox? This one's kind of hard because I love the way this smells. It smells so delicious. And I would go a couple days without wearing makeup just to be able to spray this on my face. And I love the palette. But I also, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. These guys look super yummy. I mean, they just look delicious. I don't know what they smell like yet, but I'm not going to open one until I'm really going to use it. And this little eyeshadow, I'm going to use this a lot because I love matte colors. And the rest of it, I think the Birchbox is really great. I'm kind of stuck. I can't decide. I don't know. I think it could go one way or the other for me this month because there's some really great stuff in the Ipsy, but I'm almost leaning Birchbox this month. I think I'm going to commit and say Birchbox wins for me this month, but just by that much. Barely, just barely. But for the first 2 months I had Ipsy won, hands down. And now I'll tell you that Birchbox is surprising me with some much larger size samples. And hello, you guys have come back amazing. So just my ideas. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you get either one of these or both of them? If you have a video response, I'd love to see it. I love clicking around and seeing what other people's thoughts are on both of these subscription sites. And thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. Have a fantastic day.